We're Brooke and Gary, and over the last 4 years, our floating home One Life has carried us across oceans from Florida to over 20 countries throughout the Caribbean, the Americas, and the South Pacific. Unlike hopping on a plane, where you just pack a suitcase and go, sailing into a new country requires quite a lot of planning and preparation. Right now, we're anchored in Nuku'alofa, Tonga, with our crew member Hannah. We're gearing up to sail to New Zealand for what will not only be one of our most challenging sails, but where we will experience the most strict check-in process yet. We've got a lot to do in just a few days, so let's get busy. All right, so one of the things that is a little bit different about us going to New Zealand are all the rules for us to check in and get through quarantine and their biosecurity process. So we know that we always show you guys like fueling up and doing laundry and provisioning and all of that, but today we're gonna clean One Life's bottom. The rule is that you have to come into New Zealand either with a freshly painted bottom, or you have to clean your bottom 30 days prior to your arrival. We usually clean the bottom of the boat before a long sail anyway, because it helps with performance. And to be honest, no one likes that slimy look. But heading into New Zealand, it's not just about aesthetics, it's a requirement. When sailboats arrive there, they have to pass a hull inspection by a biosecurity officer. You can show a clean hull with a report from a pro diver, a dry dock receipt for a fresh paint job, or a time and date stamp video, like this one we made, showing our hull before and after cleaning. If your boat doesn't meet their clean hull criteria, New Zealand can deny entry or even make you haul out the boat within 24 hours of arrival to get it cleaned. With the hull clean, it was time to tackle the rest of our prep. We hopped in the dinghy and headed into town to start checking off more items from our to-do list. Do you want to, I was thinking we could push this one to the side.
You need to push this one back.
Yeah. We are in town today to get some chores done. So on our list for today was to get diesel fuel, and there's not a fuel dock here, so we have to jerry can it. We wanted to take our trash, we wanted to do our laundry, and possibly get water. And the first thing we tried to do was dropping off our laundry, and it was a pretty far walk. We tried to find a taxi, couldn't find one, and a really nice guy stopped to give us a ride, so that was cool. But they only do drop-off service. They do not let you do your own laundry. So we had to leave our laundry. And then we went to check out the market. That's what we always do, see what kind of fresh food we had. It looks amazing, so can't wait to stock up in a couple days when we leave here. And then we went to get fuel, but the gas station wants cash only. They do not accept credit cards. So we're at the ATM to get some cash. Then we're gonna go back, hopefully get fuel, and then water before everything closes. It seems like there's always like a kink in all of our plans when we try to do things like this. So anyway, it's nice though to walk around the town and see the sights.
So Hannah has been hyping up these mincemeat pies that are very common in New Zealand to us. And there's a pretty big influence from New Zealand here in Tonga. A lot of them have family that lived in New Zealand, and a lot of them spend time in New Zealand and Australia as well. So we found a little bakery, and they have mincemeat pies. It's so good. It's like a pastry filled with a beef stew. Pretty tasty. Want a bite of my mincemeat pie?
You just had a bite of Hannah's. we couldn't find a taxi to take us to the gas station, so we ended up walking with our jugs in tow.
Go Hannah, go!
It's moments like this that remind us why simple chores can take all day. As luck would have it, while we were waiting to get our jugs filled, a friendly local who was also stopping for gas offered us a ride.
Is that right?
How do you call it?
The dock?
What is dock?
Same as wharf.
So it's
Yeah, same as wharf, I guess, yeah.
Because
Sorry.
this is our second language, so
Yeah.
maybe the basic word we know.
Yeah. I'm from New Zealand.
You from
They're
New Zealand?
from the States. But
These two from the States?
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
States we would call it a dock, but in
oh,
New Zealand, a wharf?
maybe. Yeah,
different-
probably
Harbor.
wharf.
Yeah,
Harbor.
different
Harbor.
words in different places.
Yeah.
But the same things. eh?
Same thing.
Yeah.
But now you are in the kingdom of Tonga.
Kingdom of
Exactly.
Tonga,
Small island, but it's a kingdom.
Well, thank you so much. That saved us a lot of walking.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Thank you
This is
so
what
much.
we get.
Yeah.
Kina.
That's Kina. Ah.
Now, you're from
Yeah.
New Zealand. Which
Yeah.
one is you?
I have never tried it though.
Yeah, because my daughter, she's in New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
She told me that they call it kina.
Kina. Yes. Yeah, but like sea
So
urchin.
it's like sea urchin.
Sea urchin, I think, is what they would call it elsewhere. Yeah. That's a heavy one. I can't lift it up
Can't
like
do the
that.
shrug.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
If you've been following our channel, you might remember that our water makers stopped working while we were in French Polynesia.
Hi. Oh,
This one's got a leak, that's why that one's taking forever.
We've been getting by with rainwater, but with a 2-week sail ahead, we needed a better solution. We reached out to our sailing friends, borrowed their water jugs, and filled up at a random spigot at the town dock.
thank you so much.
Our water capacity is 150 gallons, and with only a few 5-gallon jugs to work with, Gary and Hannah had to make a lot of trips.
I'm clumsy today, so you never know. Alrighty, son.
On one of those trips, Gary and Hannah decided to divide and conquer. While Gary filled the jugs, Hannah took care of picking up our laundry. These are the not-so-glamorous moments of sailing life. After a couple more water trips, we returned the borrowed jugs and got ready for another full day of chores.
A lot of times sailing around out here, we need to get our water from questionable sources, like the tap at that public fishing dock. Fortunately, we always drink from our filtered Epic water bottles, so we never really have to worry what contaminants might be in the water. If land life is more your style, you still can never really be sure what's coming out of the tap at your faucet. So Epic water filters makes this awesome pitcher with their filter technology inside. You can fill this up, stick it in your fridge, and be sure that you always have safe, clean drinking water. You can head over to epicwaterfilters.com to check them out and use code EPIC1LIFE to get 20% off your order.
We're doing the customs immigration dance today, and it's always a riot because we never really know where to go. And we went to the customs office first, but they told us to come over here to the workshop office. Now the workshop office is telling us to go here to the Port Authority office. So hopefully third time's a charm. Right. All right, so we have to go to the Port Authority office to pay a fee and then come back to customs. Whenever we leave a country, we need to clear out with customs, immigration, and the Port Authority. This process makes sure we've paid any necessary fees for temporarily importing our boat in their country before the officials hand over our departure paperwork, which is crucial for entering the next country. Without this clearance, New Zealand won't let us in. Clearing out is usually an all-day affair, so we always set aside a full day for it. Once we got everything sorted with our clearance, we treated ourselves to one last dinner out before our long sail ahead. Today we are picking up fruits and veggies, and then we're going to go back and hoist carry up the mast to check the rig. But we're really close to leaving. We haven't been able to do many fun things here because we've just been doing chores, and I feel like, you know, when you see these short video clips, it doesn't seem like these things take too long, but we're actually going back to the laundry mat because some of Hannah's stuff wasn't in the laundry. That's the first time it's actually happened to us where we've had items not returned. So we're gonna go back there really quick and then on to the market. But yeah, all of these little things, they take so much time, just especially, you know, we don't have our own transportation, so we're having to get taxis and walking long distances, and we don't really know where we're going, and we have to go to different places. So anyway, I think we've been here for what, 4 days now?
Yeah.
4 days, and we've been working pretty much nonstop, except for one night we went out to the bar.
Perfect.
One thing that makes entering New Zealand unique is their strict rule against bringing in any fresh fruit or vegetables. We planned our provisioning carefully, making sure we had enough fresh food to last us the next couple of weeks, but not so much that we end up with excess that New Zealand might confiscate and incinerate. It's all part of their effort to keep pests and diseases out of the country, which is understandable, but causes a bit more planning on our end.
Sorry, that's the smallest I have.
So it's a pretty far dinghy ride back to the boat, and it's a bit choppy and windy today. So we expect it to be a wet ride back. So we brought some trash bags to put our groceries in so that they make it back. Hopefully not wet.
Back at the boat, Hannah washed our veggies with water and vinegar. It's a must-do to make sure we get rid of any bugs that might have hitchhiked onto our fresh produce. While she did that, Gary and I worked on our next to-do item.
So we're just getting ready to leave for New Zealand. And today, after the girls went to the market to buy a bunch of groceries and get our last fresh provisions, I decided to go up the rig because it's been 6 months and, I don't know, what, like 6,000 miles, 7,000 miles?
Yeah,
We sailed that far this year already. 4,000 miles?
I don't know. It's been a lot of miles.
We'll have to put that on the screen. Oh, here.
Yeah.
And it's been that long since I've been up the rig to inspect everything. So I just went up to check the rigging. Everything looked good except our spinnaker halyard, the sheave at the top of the mast. The plastic circular part of the sheave has disappeared. So it must have cracked and fallen out at some point. So I have a spare sheave, but we need to bring it up there and replace it. And to do that, we have to have a way to feed the halyard through it. And we can't just pull the halyard out and feed it through the sheave because we need to get it back down the mast somehow. So we're taking the end of the halyard and tying it to a spare line, and we'll pull that up and through the top of the mast. And then I'll disconnect these, feed the halyard through the new sheave, and then reconnect them up there, and then we'll be able to pull it back down through the mast. It's a bit of a complicated procedure just to replace one block, but it just happened. All right, and just like that, I'm back up at the top of the mast. It's pretty windy up here, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. But here is our spinnaker halyard block, and you can see it's completely missing the actual part of the sheave part of the block. Okay, I'm ready to start pulling it through. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I have the midsection there, the joint. Yeah, I'm gonna tie off the halyard that I want here. Okay. Feel like I'm safe to start disconnecting now. Oh, that's weird. I just got afraid of heights there for a second. Because I'm looking down at this bag trying to find the block, and I got like a little, like, not nauseous, but like vertigo. Ah, shit. Yeah, I just can't find the block in the bottom of the bag. Okay, that was a bit tricky to deal with all the lines and not drop any of them and cut it apart and then stitch it back together and pull it through. But it's reassembled and should be good to go now. I don't love the shackle that I used at the top of it, but it should be good enough for now, and I just don't know the load rating of it, so I'll get something proper when we're in New Zealand and replace it.
Sorry.
Minced beef. What was that, Hannah?
There's a lot going on One Life today. While I was up the mast, Hannah and Brooke have been down here dealing with a lot of food. We're trying to meal prep from here all the way to New Zealand, pretty much, with a stop in Minerva Reef. And that's probably about 10 to 14 days. And we're trying to minimize how much cooking we do at sea. So they're knocking out a bunch of the cooking now, and it looks awesome.
Okay, so we are almost finished with our chores. We've been working all day, but we decided to come over to the beach for a little while and just put our feet on dry grounds because tomorrow morning we're leaving for Minerva Reef. We'll do this in a second.
Nuku'alofa is the largest city in Tonga. It is located on the north coast of the island of Tongatapu in the country's southernmost island group, making it a practical stop to get chores done before heading off to New Zealand. You'll see several other sailboats anchored here, all busy preparing for the passage ahead instead of enjoying the beautiful surroundings.
We were interrupted by the drone. Well, the last few days we've been working our butts off, getting ourselves and One Life ready for our passage to New Zealand. So we're here in Tonga. It's our last night. Today was spent all day just running around. We're still not done, but we decided to come and, you know, walk around on the beach for a bit. And also we haven't been to the beach yet here, so we wanted to check it out. But yeah, I think like a lot of times we come to places and we're just like so busy we don't actually get to enjoy them, and I feel like that's the case here. What do you think?
Yeah, but we had a nice few weeks, the last couple of weeks, where we didn't have to do anything, so that was good.
Yeah.
But it's always different, I guess, when you're preparing for a passage, a big passage.
Yeah.
So.
But it's been really nice having Hannah as extra hands. And yeah, I'm not so sure we'd be leaving tomorrow if Hannah wasn't helping us out. So it's been amazing having her on board. And I don't know, I'm really excited for tomorrow because we set sail to Minerva Reef and it's super remote. It's just an atoll, like a coral reef in the middle of the ocean. And we'll spend a few days there before we set sail on our big sail to New Zealand. But exciting things are coming. I always love going to a new place. So what are your thoughts, Hannah?
I'm excited too. It'll be good.
You're going to your homeland.
Yeah. No, but I'm interested to see Minerva Reef because I've heard so much about it now. Yeah, it sounds like it's an interesting place. So I just hope we have good weather on the way there and while we're there.
Yeah, exactly. Our sail to New Zealand is known to be a tricky one. So we really hope that we can get a good weather window for that one. But we're going to enjoy the sunset and then head back to the boat and finish getting ready. So we have an early day tomorrow.
Are we ready? Are we ready?
Of course.
Is One Life ready?
Sure. We'll probably be fine.
We'll probably be fine. That's reassuring.
We will see you next time as we depart from Minerva Reef and take on the first leg of our sailing journey to New Zealand. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.